Hi, thanks for watching the yoga bar videos. We are moving into a standing sequence today. I like to call this the gas station yoga. This is a great one if you're traveling. If you don't have a mat, you don't need a mat because the whole time today we will just be in a standing position. You could even do this with tennis shoes on if you prefer. So starting at the head of your mat, move into mountain pose. Root down firmly through your feet. Take a moment maybe to rock around from front to back, side to side, just to get yourself grounded. Instead of just standing on your mat, really push down into the mat with your legs. And from there you'll notice your legs activate, the kneecaps perhaps lift. And as the inner thighs hug together, naturally your low belly will activate as well. Take a deep breath in to fill up the chest and relax the shoulders as you exhale. Pause here for 5 more breaths, just to quiet your body and quiet your mind. Today we will be doing many flows with our breath. So if you have Ujjayi breath in your practice, that audible breath that has a slight constriction in the back of the throat, this would be a good time to begin it. Otherwise, simply counting your breath can help keep your focus and keep you breathing throughout these postures. We'll begin with sun breaths, which simply involve the arms, keeping the rest of the body grounded here in mountain. So take an exhale to reach the fingertips down towards the earth. Inhale, stretch the arms high overhead, take the gaze up. And exhale, push the air as you let the hands float back down to the sides. Continue doing this at your own pace. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. You can get creative if you'd like, maybe taking the hands through heart center as you exhale or inhale. The idea is to try and find a little bit of range of motion for the shoulders. To let the breath guide your movement. So we'll do this one more time. And then return back to your mountain with the hands at the sides. From here, we'll move into something I like to call a fierce flow. As you inhale, take your arms high overhead again and lift up on your tippy toes. This will be a little challenge for the balance, so go at the right level for you. And then as you exhale, sink into chair and take your arms into airplane. Next breath in, you're going to return to that tippy toe Tadasana. And then exhale, sink back into your airplane chair. Continue 3 more times like this. Continue breathing deep. Sinking into your last chair, hold here. And we're going to take a little journey. So with your next exhale, step the right leg back into a crescent lunge. You could always modify this and bring the knee down to the mat if you'd like to. But for today, if you can, let's keep the knee lifted because here we're going to move into another flow. As you exhale, you're going to inhale and cactus your arms wide, creating a little back bend. And then as you exhale, you're going to straighten the arms and the legs, creating some length in the body. Exhale, inhale to open, exhale to lift. Two more times like this. Let the breath guide you. Expand in the chest through that right hip flexor. Take one more inhale into the lunge, and then exhale and step all the way up to mountain. Pause for a moment to get grounded. And we're going to move right back into that fierce flow. So as you inhale, come high onto your toes, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, sink back into chair. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower in. 3 more times like this. Notice if you hold any tension in your shoulders, where the weight is in your feet. And as you sink back into your last chair, we will take a journey with the left side this time. Step the leg back into the crescent lunge, and we'll see if we can get this right this time. As you inhale, you are going to cactus your arms wide, finding a little back bend in the lunge, and then exhale to lift the arms up and straighten the front leg. Inhale to open, exhale to push a little tension out of the body. Repeat this 5 times again. We've got about 2 more to go here. And as you sink back into your last lunge, stay for the inhale, and then exhale to step up forward. Pause here to notice how you feel. Always take these moments of silence and stillness in your practice to listen to your body. Honor what it needs, and use this practice to truly help you to get back to feeling centered, relaxed, and especially if you're traveling, a little more open from being seated for a long time. From here, let's move into a little standing side stretch. Exhale your hands down at your sides. Inhale, stretch them high overhead. Interlace the right wrist with the left hand, and we're going to bend over to the left side. You want to think about arching over a ball instead of crunching down on the left. So keep your chest lifted, maybe even keep your gaze up. You can always flow a little bit with your breath here. We'll stay for 2 more exhales. And then return back to center as you inhale. Switch out your hands, holding onto the left wrist this time, and we'll bend over to the right side. Again, imagine you had that big bouncy ball on your side, and as you're arching over it, lift through your chest. Maybe find a little movement flowing with your breath. Try and get a bit more space between your ribs with this last exhale, and then inhale to return back to center. Exhale, release your hands down at your sides. And from here, we're going to move into an extended side angle flow. So let's inhale 1 more time, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale and step the right leg back as you open. Turning the back toes out to no more than 90 degrees. You want to have this external rotation in your thighs so that you feel a bit more open through your hips. Your front knee should track right over the ankle, sending the knee out towards the baby toe to encourage that openness in the hips. And with our next exhale, we'll start to hinge forward, bringing the elbow to the thigh or maybe a little bit inside of the leg as you stretch the top arm up towards the sky or maybe down towards the front of your mat. From here, as you inhale, you're going to straighten your front leg, and move into a reverse warrior, just rotating the hands. As you exhale, you're going to come back into that extended side angle. Inhale, return to your reverse warrior. Exhale, flow back forward. Let's do this one more time, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, return back to a warrior two stance. And then exhale and step all the way back up to your mountain. Ground through your feet. Notice if you feel any more open in your hips. You might even have one leg that feels a little bit longer than the other. So from here, I'm going to have Danny turn around and move the other way so you guys can see her front instead of her back side. And we'll move on to the left leg. On your next inhale, take the arms high overhead. Exhale and step the left leg again into your warrior two stance, turning the hips out. Finding that outward rotation to the thighs as the front knee tracks right over the ankle and the baby, towards the baby toe. From here, as you exhale, move into extended side angle, opening through the ribs, pausing here for another breath to get settled, and then adding the movement. Inhale to reverse warrior as you straighten the front leg in this variation, and then exhale to come back forward into your extended side angle. Inhale to straighten, exhale to lower in. Inhale and return back to your warrior two. And exhale and step all the way back up to your mountain. From here, you could continue on with your own practice if you have time. Or you could settle in, just taking a few final breaths to close your practice here. Thanks again for watching the yoga bar. We hope you enjoyed this guest station yoga, and we'll talk to you again soon. Namaste.